are back, and today, Market Monday. Back to the weekly content. We have Market Mondays. Tuesdays are best roster update investments. Return notifications tomorrow. Talking about roster update number 2. Guys to invest in. You look at my stub count. I have 300 stubs. Psych! I've got 3.5 million invested, alright? So I've made a bunch of stubs already throughout this game cycle. No money spent. I'm going to help all you guys make tons of stubs too. Who to invest in, stuff like that. But today, it's Market Monday. We're going to talk about some of the content coming to the game. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, join the Discord link down below. Become a member of the channel to help support it out and get some early information. But let's look at the coming soon, right? So, English. May 3rd. We got to wait a couple more days for some content. May 3rd, we have Derek Jeter storylines update. Could care less. Haven't even done the first storyline for Derek Jeter. So that's really not going to affect me. And I doubt it's going to affect a lot of you guys either. Then we got a new legend coming on the same day. New legend, that's a nice little fun new content. However, you're probably going to have to sell a kidney to pull this guy in packs. A lot of the packs this year, man, you know, a lot of these guys that are killers, they're only available in packs. So they're making you spend some of your hard-earned stubs to get some of these best guys in the game right now. Which is why you got to earn stubs with roster update investing. Also May 3rd, that's the next content day. We have Season Awards drop number 6. Pretty sure I'm a little bit behind on that. Yeah, I got to finish up Season Awards drop number 5. And I also got to finish up this Show Classics program. So finish those two things up soon because let's see if that's going to impact the Lightning Collection at all. So you'll get a ball as a habit pack. If you finish all 6 of these Season Award drops programs, when the 6th one comes out on May 3rd, you'll get a ball as a habit pack. So you'll get a free gold. You'll get a free gold, basically. Let's be real here. Then the biggest content drop that we have on the schedule right now is Team Affinity Chapter 3. Now they're already adding 97 overall guys, right? We got Yordan Alvarez, we got Dustin May, Nico Goodrum. That's a good sign. You know why that's a good sign? I think first off, Team Affinity Chapter 3, this is going to be the last chapter for Season 1 Team Affinity. So the last Team Affinity you'll have to do in Chapter 1. Chapter 2, the guys were 93 overall. And in Chapter 1, they were 89 overall. So it's a +4 overall boost from each chapter. And I think that trend continues. I would be shocked if Team Affinity Chapter 3 wasn't 97 overalls. That's my prediction, is that we'll get 97 overalls for Team Affinity Chapter 3. We'll have to keep that in mind. Also, something important to watch for. So we got Team Affinity Chapter 3 coming, right? That's about, let's call it 15 days away. 12, 15, it's about a week and a half, 2 weeks away, all right? Let's go look at the series for breakout players. You know why? Well, I strongly recommend, I don't like spending my stubs very often, but the one thing I am strongly for spending stubs on is the Team Affinity exchanges. Those things save you a lot of time when grinding Team Affinity. And the best way to do the exchanges, especially this year, is these breakout series cards. These are guys that have the exchange value. Dominic Leone, Johan Camargo, yup, nice guess. I wasn't looking at his name, I promise. Jonathan Scope, Josh Harrison, guys like this. Look, so Jonathan Scope, for instance, if you're doing the AL East exchanges, he'll have the exchange value of an 82 overall, but his quick sale is different. So the quick sale value on some of these series type cards that aren't live series is lower for some reason this year. So this guy, his quick sale is 450 stubs. So basically it's a cheaper way to finish the exchange, but also there's something called exchange investing, which I think could be coming back this year in MLB Show 24. It's been a thing a couple of years prior to this game cycle. I didn't really do it at all in the last couple of years at all, but I did dabble in it in Team Affinity Chapter 2. So what happens is everybody rushes to do the Team Affinity exchanges, and it drives the prices up on these 82 overalls. This Jonathan Scope, if we go look at this marketplace history, look at April 14th. I don't have a calendar with me or anything. I'd bet my ass that was the day Team Affinity Chapter 2 dropped. You can see that nice little spike. He was over 1,000 stubs at some point. So I did this last Team Affinity Chapter 2. What I did was I bought like 100 of a lot of these guys, right? Guys that, I strategically chose the ones I needed for each different division. And I bought as many as I could. Bought about 100 for the divisions I need. I'm trying to find the guys like Archie Bradley, right? So I'm going to be able to finish the exchanges. But then whatever I have left over, I'm just going to sell. Because this Archie Bradley, I'm sure his price is going to be up too. If we look at the marketplace, yeah, he went up a little bit over 400 when the last Team Affinity dropped. So this is a good place to double your stubs. bit of a longer-term investment, but I think this is a great opportunity, not only to finish the Team Affinity a lot faster, to do the exchanges. I mean, if we look back at Team Affinity Chapter 2, the exchanges helped a lot. I think it gave you like over 60,000 points. They actually buffed the exchanges. So you have 50,000, 60,000, you're at 67,000 already. So you're, very far into this program already. You'll already be getting one of the boss packs at 60K. You'll already be getting a 97 overall. And then you can start grinding some of the boss missions or the stat missions you need. So I think that's a great opportunity right there. Let's go look at the rest of the content coming. Anything else? New ranked, battle royale, and event. I mean, one thing I will mention before we actually go look at the market for some of the live series cards for investing, there is a bit of an event method. I haven't really mentioned this at all because you kind of have to be psychotic. You got to be messed up in the head to be doing this method, all right? So the new events will drop at, 3 p.m. Eastern time on a Friday. If you have time and patience and you're good at the game, then you should do the event from 3 p.m. Eastern time until 1 a.m. the same day. You're going to have to sit there and you're going to have to play a lot of games. You're going to have to win these games too. But if you're one of the first people to get some of these event cards, then they sell for a lot of stubs in only 1 day's work. This 96 overall Dante Bichette, I'm sure a lot of people sold him for over 100,000 stubs, if you were one of the first people to get him. So yes, it'll be a grind. It'll take a long time. I've done this a lot in years past when I needed stubs. The main thing I can suggest for this method, when you're loading in, if you start losing a game, just quit. And also, I recommend starting out 0-1, literally just forfeiting that first game to get easier matchups. So that is a method you could do to potentially get 100K plus stubs in one night if you're falling a little bit behind. Again, you got to be solid at the game. Now, if we go look at the marketplace, flipping, I haven't flipped at all this year yet. Haven't found the need to. But investing, obviously we just had our first roster update. I've been back in the trenches trying to get invested in some guys, all right? So I know what it's like out there. There's a lot of guys I'm already invested in, a lot of guys I sold. So I'm going to detail my experiences. I'm also going to talk about some guys that potentially are good investments. You're looking at them right now, all right? We got a lot of Will Smith. So, all right, this is the experience I'm having right now in the trenches, fighting for some of these investments. So what's happening right now, it's not surprising. Everybody is trying to invest in cards now for the next roster update cycle. So what's happening is there's a lot of buy orders in, a lot of resistance, a lot of prices being driven up on some of the potentially better cards for the next roster update cycle. So it's not really a great time to invest unless you're, content with overpaying. You got to be in on these guys early, like this. Chris Sale. Chris Sale's a great buy right now at Quick Sale. Already a good start to this roster update period in terms of stats. So what do I recommend? If we look at guys that are, almost, quote unquote, the best investments, we got Sonny Gray, we got Gunnar Henderson. But right now, look at what they're doing to Gunnar Henderson's price, man. He went 0 for 5 today. I'm making this on Sunday night. He went 0 for 5 today and his price is over 2K. It's ridiculous. If you're overpaying right now at 2,000 stubs for Gunnar Henderson, you're out of your damn mind. 3 weeks is a long time. What's going to happen over the next couple days is as the Sharks, quote unquote, get their orders in, they get invested, they're content with what they have, they're out of stubs because they're already invested in these guys, the prices will start to go back down because there's a lot less buy orders for these guys. That's when we start buying them. In the meantime, Christian Walker's off to a hot start. Pablo Lopez had a pretty decent first outing. Try getting guys that are safer opportunities. Justin Verlander. Get the guys that are closer to quick sell in the meantime. Let the Sharks do their feeding. Buy up some Aaron Nola. Do some pitcher flipping. You could have pitcher flipped Ranger Suarez. He had a great last outing. You can see I have 400 of him. And, I'm long-term holding him because he had a great outing. He's been very good. But I could have pitcher flipped him for he was going for 1,300 for about an hour after his start last night. So pitcher flipping is still a great method to do in the marketplace right now. But my main message in this marketplace Monday is be patient, man. Let the people get their investments that they want. There's a lot of guys that are at quick sell. JT Realmuto has 2 home runs so far in the last 4 games that he's played. Not a high batting average, but Ellie De La Cruz. Let's see how his price settles in. He's been, as these guys slump, because they're going to be in, mini slumps over the next 3 weeks. Let's see what the resistance does as people run out of stubs. That's what you want to do in investing wise. Prices are already dropping from where I've seen in the last couple days. Obviously, if someone's super hot, like Tyler O'Neill is super hot, I don't know if his price is ever going to quick sell again unless he goes 0 for 14. But That's my experience right now with the marketplace. Hope this helps you guys out. Again, Tuesday, the day after this video, we got best raw struck day investments for raw struck day number 2. I appreciate all the support, and hopefully you can see from some of the quantity of guys I have some good early investments. Become a member, link down below. Peace out. Thanks for watching.